fueling correctly during the winter months where it's cold and wet is arguably more important than for the equivalent ride during the middle of the season. If you do happen to bonk when you're out on a long ride, well, of course you're going to get cold very quickly, and you also run the risk of getting ill. I personally found that I always need to consume more calories on my winter rides than I did during the summer. I think that was partly because I wasn't as fit. I was simply burning a greater percentage of carbohydrates. Regardless of the science or not, here's a few tips from GCN on how to fuel properly during those winter months.
The general rule of thumb is to consume 1 gram of carbohydrate per 1 kilogram of body weight per hour of riding. But that figure of course very much depends on exercise intensity amongst other factors. So you need to tailor this based on your own personal needs and experiences. But for a 70 kilogram rider like me, it effectively equates to a couple of standard sized energy gels or a bar combined with some energy drink. You can of course opt for natural foods if you've got the time and inclination, for example our homemade energy bars, and many would argue that this is also the healthier option. It's also important to start that fueling early in the ride, before you get hungry. It's very easy to forget if you're on a group ride, chatting to friends, and before you know it you can be 2 hours in and on the brink of depleting your glycogen stores. Preparation is also key. In the winter you'll likely be wearing thicker gloves, making it harder to access your food and undo wrappers. Arrange things in your pockets so that you know that you can get exactly what you want, when you want, and also cut the tops off energy bar wrappers before you leave the door. It's also easy to forget to drink in the winter. You simply don't get as thirsty when the temperatures are lower, but it's still important to drink. You're still sweating and you're losing more water through respiration than you do when it's warmer. So make sure that you drink at regular intervals, preferably every 20 minutes. If you're in an area which experiences extreme winters, then frozen bottles can be an issue. Solve this by using thermos-style bottles, filling them up with a combination of cold water from your tap and boiling water from your kettle. A further problem during inclement weather conditions is that there are fewer safe places to eat and drink. Wetter, greasier roads and generally stronger winds can make it dangerous to take your hands off the bars. Make the most of straight, flat, smooth roads to get the calories in, and if you're new to the sport and not comfortable with taking your hands off the bars, simply stop. It only takes a minute to have a drink and quick bite to eat, and then you can be on your way.
I'm heading out on a 4-hour training ride, and I tend to take out with me 3 energy bars and a couple of gels. If you want to be able to ride your bike and eat at the same time, it's a good idea to prepare your energy gel